it's Christy. Welcome back to my channel and welcome to day 6 of my 2025 Valentine Card Series. Today I'm going to be making a card using Lawn Fawn's You're the Zest and Hang in There. So I've stamped the images I'll be using on Spectrum Noir Ultra Smooth Premium White cardstock with Lawn Fawn Jet Black ink, and I'll be coloring with my Copic markers. I'm starting with the main part of my lemons, and I'm going to use Y11, Y13, Y15, and Y17 for them. And I like to do my shadows first, so I'm taking that Y17 and laying those in. I'm leaving a little bit of space between the shadow and the line that is drawn so that I can create a rim light, which just helps them look even more rounded. Then I'll start to blend out that Y17 with the Y15, going over that on both sides and just pulling that darkest color out a little bit further. Then I'll come in with the Y13 and blend that out even further. I knew that I was going to end up doing at least 2 layers on these lemons, so I wasn't too worried about my blend being perfect the first round. I just really wanted to lay in the color and see where everything was going to go. Then I'll come in with my lightest shade, which is that Y11, and fill in the rim around the outside and also the center of the lemons. But because they are such a large image, I did want to do that second layer so that I could smooth out the blend. But also I figured that I might want to add in another shade that had a little bit more of a brown tone to it, kind of like a golden brown, that would just make the lemons look a little bit more realistic. I mean, they are cartoon lemons, so they're not going to be fully realistic, but just a little bit more in the color palette of an actual lemon. So I brought in Y26 for that, and I laid that in my darkest shadowed areas. And then I started coloring back down in the reverse using all 5 shades. And that way I can just creep in a little bit more into that highlighted area and have a little bit more range in that area and end up with a bit more of a dynamic looking image. So I'm doing that for both of these lemons simultaneously since they are right next to each other. That way I don't have to keep switching back and forth between markers. I just use one for each one as I go through. So I'll fill in again with that Y11, and then I'm going to let these lemons dry for a little bit, and then I'll come back and add some extra details. In the meantime, I'm going to start coloring some of the leaves, and I'm going to use YG05, YG07, and YG09. I started laying in the YG09 first, but then when I brought in the YG07, it was actually darker than the YG09. So I laid that for my shadow and then blended back over with the YG09 and then used the YG05 for the highlight. And once again, I'm going to do a second layer. I almost always do a second layer on my images. Sometimes I show it on screen, sometimes I don't to save time in the video. But since there weren't too many images to color for this one, I just decided to leave it so that you could really see the difference that it makes. And you can go over Copics as many times as you like to. They are really great for layering, and I mean, if you need to color it 3 or 4 times, there's no harm in doing so. I'm switching to a different green for the other half of the leaves that are attached to the lemons and the other leaf of the small cluster, which is from the Hang in There stamp set. And I wanted to go a little bit more yellow toned so that it would just tie in better with the lemons. So I used YG00, YG01, and YG03. And again, I did a second layer on all of those. And then I'm going to use E55 and E57 for the stem, just 2 shades because it's such a small little area. I put the E57 down at the base and then E55 toward the top. And then of course I wanted to add some rosy cheeks, and I decided to go with a cooler toned cheek just to add some contrast in with the warm yellows of the lemons. So I used RV10, RV11, and RV13. And I like to lay the RV13 in first in a small oval shape, and then blend out the edges with the RV11, and then do the same thing with the RV10. And that really helps it fade into the rest of your coloring. And then if you find that it's not standing out as much as you would like, you can always go back and do a second layer, just like I'm doing now, just to make that a little bit more intense and bright, since it is such a small color palette, and that is what is going to tie into the rest of the color palette on this card. Then I'm going to go back and add a few details like I mentioned earlier. I'm using that Y28 to add some dot detail around the darkest shaded areas of the lemon, just to provide a little bit of texture. If you look at a lemon, it's not completely smooth, so I wanted to kind of illustrate that. And then I also pulled in the Y17 and did a few dots with that. Not very many, just a few to enhance the previous shade. And then I am going to trim these images out with their matching dies. For my focal panel, I am taking the second largest of the lacy rectangle stackables and die cutting that out of some Bristol smooth surface cardstock. And then I'm just going to pop out all of the little pieces around the rim. I grabbed my craft pick just so I could get those out really quick and easy. It's a great tool to have on hand. If you find that yours isn't cutting these little delicate areas very well, you can always run it through with the metal shim. I didn't have to for this particular die, but I have done it with some of the more delicate dies that I use in the past. Then I also want to die cut part of my sentiment, so I'm going to grab some Finley's ABCs and die cut that out of some bright pink cardstock. And I'm going to spell out the word squeeze. So I'm going to run this through once I have all of the letters laid out. I'm just holding them in place with a little bit of Post-it tape. And then I'll have to run it through again with the letter E twice more, so that I have a total of 3 E's. So I'll just pop those out and set them aside. And then I also want to die cut 2 different sizes of hearts from the Heart Garden border from Lawn Fawn. There's some larger ones and some smaller ones, so I just did a trio of each, and I won't even use all those, but I wanted to have both sizes. Now I am ready to start adding some color to my focal panel, and I'm going to do that using some Distress Oxide ink. The first shade that I'm adding is the Spun Sugar, and I'm going to add that almost all the way to that lacy border. I'm kind of stopping just shy of that. And then in the center, I'm going to add in some Kitsch Flamingo just to darken that up in some areas. And then I will go back and blend that out with the Spun Sugar. And I want it to be a little bit more organic. I don't want it to be perfectly smooth. So I just kind of did it in little spots here and there with that Kitsch Flamingo. Then I wanted to add some speckled detail, so I'm going to press some of that Kitsch Flamingo onto an acrylic block. I'll add a little bit of water to that, mix it up with a thin paintbrush, and then I'm going to tap that all over the background until I get a nice fine spray of speckles. And I'll just keep adding those until it's full and I feel like there's enough interest. And then I'm going to set this piece aside to dry until it's completely dry. Then I'll pop it in my Misty so that I can work on my sentiment. And I'm going to build a sentiment using 2 different stamp sets. I'm going to use the Henry's Build a Sentiment Love and also Jessie's ABCs, because one of the words that I needed wasn't in the Henry's Build a Sentiment Love. In fact, I couldn't find it in any of my stamp sets, and that was the word Maine. So I just decided to spell it out myself with one of the alpha sets, and I liked the size of the capital letters in Jessie's ABCs, so that's what I went with. Then I'm going to pop my card base in my MISTI, but before I do any stamping on it, I actually want to do some stenciling. So I'm going to open that up and lay it down inside my MISTI because that's where I keep my waffle flower grip mat, which I use for stenciling. And I am going to mask off anything above that seam just so I don't accidentally stencil onto the back of my card base. Then I'm going to take the Lawn Fawn Lots of Hearts background stencil. This is a 2-part stencil, so I'm going to lay down the first area, just figure out the direction that I wanted those hearts to go in, and then I'm going to attach that to my grip mat. Now, because the top part is kind of masked off, and so that part is not holding the stencil down, it did shift a little bit because there wasn't that much surface area left on the grip mat to hold that down. So I am also using my hand to keep that in place, and I'm going to blend on that Spun Sugar Distress Oxide ink. Now this is going to add a very subtle heart in the background, but that's what I was going for. I wanted it to be almost just like a shine that you see in the background. It's super, super subtle, but like I said, that's the look that I was going for because this is a background. It's not the focal panel. And as I'm looking at that on camera, it does barely show up, but in real life, I could see all of those hearts with no issue whatsoever. But I'm going to add the second layer now, and I'll bring in the Kitsch Flamingo, and I'll add that all over the card front as well. And this one will also be subtle, but definitely visible on screen and in person. But like I said, I really wanted the focus to be on the focal panel, so I just wanted to have a little bit of a kind of a subtle heart in the background that was just kind of emphasizing the love theme, since this is going to be a Valentine card. So I'm adding that on, and then I will lift up that stencil so that I can see how that's looking. And there you go. You can kind of see a little bit of the lighter shade in there now. It's kind of like a ghost effect, but yeah, in person it's a bit more visible, like I said. So I was about to pull up that card base when I noticed that there were no kind of larger hearts over in that top right corner. So I just added an extra one there so that you could see it around the focal panel once that's added. And now I can open up that card base and flip it to the inside where I'm going to do the rest of my stamping in plastic flamingo ink. And this time I'm using the sentiment from You're the Zest along with an additional sentiment from the Henry's Build a Sentiment Love. I'm also going to repeat the lemon design, and I'm going to add the third face in that stamp set to the lemon on the inside. So there's 3 little faces that you can choose from. I did 2 on the outside of the card, and then that third face is going to go on the inside. And for whatever reason, I decided to place the face of the lemon down low. And I did that on the ones that I colored as well. And originally I had wanted to put it up top, towards the top of the lemon, but I don't know. I just liked the look of moving it down. It gave them like this really tall forehead that I just thought was kind of cute. So now I'm ready to add the rest of that sentiment down on my focal panel. So I am laying out those letters and trying to figure out the spacing. It is a tight squeeze, pun intended. So I wanted to make sure that I had space for them all. And then I'm going to pick them up with my EK Success reverse tweezers, add my Barely Art Precision Craft Glue to the back, which is great because it has that super fine nozzle. And then I'll start laying those letters in, working my way from the back to the front. And I wanted to stagger them at different heights, not only to give me a little bit more space to work with, but also just to fill up that space a little bit more and make it look a bit more whimsical. And I'm not 100% sure what color cardstock this is. I just had a scrap of it in my scrap bag that I keep of extra cardstock that I think I can still get some die cuts out of. And when I tried to match it to the cardstocks that I have full sheets of in my stash, it didn't match up to anything. So it must have come from a multi-pack of something, and I haven't bought any of those in a really long time, so it could be Lawn Fawn pencil eraser. I think that's the name of it, but it's in the school multi-pack. I'm not 100% sure that that's what it is. If I can figure it out, I'll link it down below, but as of right now, I'm not sure what color that was. I added some foam tape to the back of my focal panel. I'll line that up in the center of my card and pop that down into place. Then I can bring in my images, and I'm going to place those lemons at the top left corner of the focal panel, kind of overlapping a little bit as if they are kind of squeezed together like they're hugging each other. It just ties in with the sentiment. I'm going to place the boy lemon, which is the one with the open eyes in the scene that I'm creating, towards the left, and then the girl lemon with the eyelashes is going to go toward the right. And then I'm going to add a couple of these extra leaves to kind of fill in the scene as well. So I added an extra little cluster to each of them, and then I wanted to pull some of that green down toward the bottom with the sentiment. So I wanted to tuck that in like under the top edge of the Z. And unfortunately, I had glued that down really well, so it was hard to do, but I just peeled up the corner of that and then tucked that under and press that back down into place. So it's like barely tucked under there, but I think it works. It pulls that color down, like I said, and also just fills in some of the space after the word main. And then I'm going to take 3 of these hearts. I'm going to use 1 of the larger ones and 2 of the smaller size, and just fill in some additional space on that focal panel, and also just add to that heart theme. So I'll just lift those up and add a touch of glue underneath them, set them back down, and I'm also kind of twisting them and turning them at a little bit of a different angle for each of these, also to just add to the whimsy of it. Then I'll grab some Stardust stickles, and I'm going to cover the hearts completely to really give them some sparkle, draw your eye to them. And then for my squeeze sentiment, I'm just going to add it to like the lower third of each of those letters, just to make those have a little something special to them as well. Kind of breaks up the solidness of those large letters. So yeah, I just like the way that that looked. And then I wanted to add a little bit of sparkle to the lemons as well, but I didn't want to cover up the dot detail. So I just decided to add to it. So I'm just kind of touching the nib of that stickles down in a couple little places and adding some extra little sparkly dots to it. And that is going to finish up this card, so I will lift that up so you can see it in a bit more detail and give you another peek at the inside. I really hope you enjoyed this one. If you did, please be sure to hit that like button and leave me a comment down below. I'd love to hear from you. Subscribe to my channel if you haven't already, and ring that notification bell if you want to be alerted when I post new videos. The products I use will all be listed and linked in the description bar below in case you'd like to pick up anything for yourself. And if you'd like to keep watching, here is day 6 of the previous 2 years of Valentine Card Series. You can click on either one to check them out. Thank you so much for spending your time with me today. I hope you had a good one, and I will see you soon in another video. Bye-bye.